What up, y'all? It's your boy Ollie, and this is Candid Conversations. I know you hear that music playing in the background. That's my first guest tonight, y'all. It's my man Swifty Mcvay from D12. We got him coming on tonight, all right? Give y'all a chance to log in. Let's go. Come on, here we go. Where you at, Swifty? Come on with it, baby. I'm waiting on you. Waiting on Swifty to join in. What's up, Tanya? Thank you for joining. Kim Chase. What's up with you? My sister Leah just joined all the way from Germany. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's up, Leah? Swifty, what's up? Here we go, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. my man, there he is.
Yeah, Ollie.
What's up, big boy? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How about you?
What's up, man? Good to see you, boy.
Man, it's always good to see you, my brother. Always.
Yeah, man. You're looking real good, man. You still look like you're 19.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
That's what's up,
trying.
man. Listen, we're gonna dive into it, but you know what? On a serious note, before we get started, man, I just heard just now that we just lost a good one, man, in the game, man. Fred the Godson just passed away. So we just want to acknowledge that and send prayers up to his family and his friends, man, that God will hold them up in this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. He was a phenomenal lyricist, man, a phenomenal rapper, man. And,
man, it's very, very unfortunate, man. When I first heard, man, I sent up some prayers for him, man, and just keep tabs on what's going on, man. And when I heard, it broke me down, man, because I mean this thing is real, and there's a lot of people out here don't really understand how real it is, man. And for somebody like that to hit the hip hop community, man,
That's
hurts.
Crazy. That's crazy, man. And I was gonna ask you, I really wanted to kick the show off by asking you, like, how you dealing with this COVID-19 situation, man? Like, I know everybody's quarantined right now, but like, what are you doing personally to hold yourself down?
Shoot, man, I'm reading more than ever. I actually taught myself how to record. I always had engineers come through and hit the studio, so I took it up a notch, man. I've been recording my own. See, I got the Pro Tools up right now.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
This recording, man, and just of course, like everybody else, spending time with the family, man, cherishing those moments. I go out maybe like once out the week if needed. You know what I'm saying? And and just really, cherish this time with my family, man, and trying to come up with new ideas to prosper, man. This is that time right now. God is saying, you know what, I'm sitting you down. So what you go do with this time? You go either waste it or get better. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. You hit it on the head right there, brother. That's it, man. It's all up to you what you do with this time. I totally agree with that, man.
Absolutely.
But, let's dive right into it. So now you and I go way back, bro. I mean, we over 20 years in this friendship. You know what I'm saying? And,
I just want to say this. Since you mentioned that, man, I was just thinking. I was with you the first time I ever heard "Jacket for Beats" by Ice Cube. Yep. I was with you, right. When I heard "Jacket for Beats" with Ice Cube for the first time, we was together in your car. It was me, you, and your cuz.
That's right. It sure was. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's how far we go back.
That's right. Yeah, we go back that far, man. I got much love for you and much respect for you, brother.
Yeah, much love, dog.
Yeah, and now let me say this real quick, because I got a shout out. I got to shout out to homie Reese, man. Reese from the hood, man. If Reese wouldn't have introduced us, man, we'd never be sitting here right now talking. So I got to give Reese a shout out, and shout out to the whole block, man. Keith, Pat, everybody, man. I hope they're watching right now.
The whole KC crew.
The whole KC crew, baby. That's right. That's right.
Yep. That's what's up.
Man. So let me ask you this. So growing up in the D, because Detroit is a special place. It's not like especially when you and I were coming up back in the day, it wasn't as popular as New York or LA at that time. It's making its arrival, and we have some phenomenal artists coming out of there right now.
Absolutely.
But back when you was doing it, man, back when you first started, man, like coming up in the D, doing what you was doing, man, how was it for you, man? How did you manage coming up in Detroit in a place that was so small and not as known at that time, man? What were some of the things you did?
Man, back in those days, man, it was so much. I mean, even though, we didn't have that power New York and LA and them had, man, but deep in the city, it was places that you used to go showcase your skills, man. They had open mics everywhere. You was able to go into clubs and bars, even if you was a teenager, to showcase your skills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The open mics was thriving. The Grand Quarters was throwing
Grand Quarters
all
baby.
the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And even people like people don't know Cable. Remember Barton Cable?
Barton Cable,
yeah. Barton Cable used to let rappers go up there and showcase, man. So the local scene always gave love to the artists in the city, man. So you were definitely able to do something within the city, but when you got home and you looked at how the big cats was doing it in LA and in New York, man, people always looked and was like, man, you know what? If you ain't doing what they doing, then you really ain't really doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Yeah, that's how it was in Detroit, man. But I appreciate those times, man, because it's much different than now, man. The platforms to do what we did back then, it's not really as potent. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Swifty, listen, back then, and I know you know what I'm talking about. You had to earn it, brother. You couldn't. It wasn't no such thing. We didn't have social media like we have right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So you had to earn. You had to get out there in them streets. You had to work. You know what I'm saying? You had to send your demo. That's when niggas was sending demos out.
Absolutely, dog. People, we had tapes. We had tape cassettes stacked up, so we get all the addresses, and man, we had to ante up our money and just drive randomly to New York. I had just posted a post earlier, man, about how me and my old crew went to New York randomly on several occasions, barging in record labels, man.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. And so, but let me ask you this: at what point? Because I know, I know music has always been in your DNA, all right? Because since the day I met you, that's what you was doing. But at what point did you say to yourself, like, you know what, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do for a living. You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point in your life?
Dog, I'm gonna tell you something, man. When I was 7 or 8 years old, Ali, I could not see myself doing anything else but rap.
Gotcha.
That was it. Like growing up 10 years old, 12 years old, rap. I was actually blessed to have a manager at 12 or 13 years old. When Keith and all of them, the KCs was dancing for me. We was going to these different places when I was 13, man. So even all through school, all through high school, it wasn't nothing else I ever thought about doing but rapping. It wasn't no college to do this or that.
Yeah.
Straight rapping ever since I was like 8 years old, dog.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Never had a thought of doing nothing else.
It paid off for you big time. And now let me ask you this. A little sidebar trick question. What's the first rap you ever wrote, and do you remember it?
You know what? I sure do.
You want to spit a little bit of it for me?
I sure do. Get real, homeboy. Stop sipping my wet and listen to my death rhyme. And don't you forget that I'm the realest MC and I'm arriving on time. So be yourself and don't perpetrate this rhyme. Well, I'm Swifty, the realest MC, and I'm cooler than a tall glass of Lipton iced tea. And when I wind up, and when I start to rhyme, check your clock because my rhymes always coming on time. Something like that.
That's what's up, boy. That's what's up.
You notice I use the word death.
Yeah.
Listen to my death rhyme, dog.
That's all good. That's all good, man. That's all good. So let me now. My next question for you is this: there was a place, I don't know if it still exists. I haven't been back to the D in a minute. But there was a place in Detroit on West 7 Mile in Greenfield called the Hip Hop Shop.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where a lot of Detroit rappers used to go and congregate, spit freestyles outside. A lot of them got their break in there. What do you remember about the hip hop shop, and how did it impact you?
Man, let me tell you something, man. The Hip Hop Shop was so special. I just want to put this out. The hip hop shop was so special to where if I see rappers in today's time that went there with me, I say, yo, that's my hip hop shop alumni.
Yeah.
It's like it was like an alumni of MCs who saw each other every week for years and years, man. And that was the nucleus. That's where you know, there in St. Andrews was a little different because you know you would perform, but hip hop shop was a place where, you know, everybody met, man. You know what I'm saying? And what was so special about it is the open mic lasted for 3 hours in a hip hop shop. It was only one fight out of 6-7 years. It was only one fight in there. All the rappers used to stand out in the front and cypher for 2 or 3 hours after it was over, and not one police officer stopped us.
That's crazy.
People used to sit in their cars and listen to beats and you know, freestyles for like 2 or 3 hours straight, packed, and not one police officer said, "You got to go home, man. Stop this."
Yeah, I remember that, man. I remember taking a couple of times taking Greenfield to Northland Mall, and I would pass by and look to my left and see, man, it'd be so many people outside, man. They'd be out, like you said, they'd be out there freestyling, sitting in their cars. Yep. That place was just like it was like a water pool for talent. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man. It was really crazy. And the hip hop shop, you know, we got to give them a shout out, man. They broke a lot of artists. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists.
Yeah, big shout out to Maurice Malone, man, for putting that together. A lot of people don't know it was a clothing shop during the week, but on Saturday it was straight up open mic. That's why I met. Yep, Proof introduced me to Eminem in the hip hop shop.
See, and I was gonna get to that. That was gonna be one of my questions for you, like, because I know, man, like it was crazy up there. I remember going up there a couple of times and seeing faces. I'd be like, oh man, like, and then you see them later on in their career, and you'd be like, oh boy, it came through the hip hop shop. You know, it just it birthed a lot of talent, man.
It birthed a lot of talent, man. Yep.
Yeah.
People took
now you were in a group. When I first met you, you were in a group called the Rabies. Yep. Right?
Yep.
And it consists of you and Beretta. Who was the third member again? Who was the third member?
It was just me and Beretta.
You and Beretta.
Yep.
Okay.
If it was the third member, it was our DJ.
Okay. Yep. That's what I was thinking about.
Yep.
Okay.
It was our DJ. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So me and Beretta, man, we formed the Rabies back in 1988. No, 87. We formed the Rabies, man, and no, as a matter of fact, we was together in 1987. We was actually called the Outcasts when we first started.
Okay.
And the only reason why we changed the Outcasts because we seen Big Boy and Andre video come on.
With Andre,
and we looked at each other, was like, man, we gotta change our name.
Right.
Yep. So we changed our name to the Rabies. Yep.
That's what's up. I remember, yeah, man, y'all was two cold brothers. I think we did a couple of studio sessions together. I know for sure I gave y'all some beats.
Every now and then I think about the stuff that you contributed to the album, man. Like we did an album with Jay Dilla, did maybe like 80% of the record, and you did a couple of tracks on there too. You know what I'm saying? And that
rest in peace, Jay Dilla, man.
Yeah, man, it was you on that album, Jay Dilla, and I don't know if you remember J Dub. J Dub.
Yeah, J Dub. Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
You
J Dub cold on the beat, man.
You J Dilla and J Dub was the only producer. No, I said you J Dilla and J Dub was the only producers on our Rabies project.
Yeah. I remember that to this day, boy. That was some fire too, boy. And that boy Jay Dilla, man, God rest his soul, man. That boy was cold, man.
Man, cold piece, man.
He was cold, man. For sure. So now let me ask you this. So at some point, you know, you D12 was formed, all right? And not unless you just been hiding, and I'm talking to my viewers right now, not unless you just been hiding under a rock, you know who D12 is, all right? So, but at some point, how was the group D12 formed? Did you meet M first, or was D12 formed and then M scooped y'all up? How did that work, man?
Here's the thing: while I was a part of the Rabies, you know, me and Proof already met because, you know, Proof stayed like 5 blocks down from me. So me and Proof already knew each other, whatever. Okay. So going to the hip hop, I met con artists at the Grand Quarters. It was a talent show at the Grand Quarters. Okay. And right before the hip hop shop started formulating, that's when I met con artists. So when the hip hop shop came, I already knew Proof. Me and Beretta used to go there, and he introduced me to M. You know, I met Bazaar there. I met Canava there. So we used to see each other every week. Even though we had different crews, they used to invite me to the studio. I used to invite them to the studio. We used to support each other doing shows. Hey, yo, come check me out at this show, whatever. So when I finally got into D12, thanks to Bugs, see, a lot of people don't realize that if Bugs, he's the one who said, I think Swift should be in the crew.
I heard that.
Yeah, and then maybe like a little while later, he got murdered. So I wasn't a replacement. I wasn't a replacement for Bugs. If Bugs hadn't got murdered, he would have been in the group with us. So yeah, so I ended up being in the group. Bugs got murdered, and then, you know, M went on and got his deal. We made a pact. M went on and got his deal, and once he got situated, he came back and formed Shady Records for us.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's good info right there. That's good info, boy. Yeah. I like that. We would have been waiting. We would have been waiting for a good 2 or 3 years to come out, but he was like, "No, man, I'm gonna formulate my own label so y'all can be able to come out faster." Yeah, that's love right there. That's love, man.
Yeah,
and rest in peace to Bugs, man. You know, he was a real nigga for doing that, for hooking you up like that. Because you know, you don't find that loyalty nowadays. You get everybody for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's like that loyalty is real thin right now. You know what I'm saying? You don't really find too many cats who will stand up for you and like how
there's some about those golden years, man.
The golden years, baby. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah.
So now let me ask you this. So after D12, because y'all's first project was, after you joined the group, the first project was Devil's Night, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Devil's Night LP.
So when that dropped, like, well, let me ask you this before you answer that. How was it hooking up with M? Because you know, M is who M is M.
Yeah.
M is who he is. You know, the boy is he's super talented. But how was it after you hooked up with M, man? How did it impact your life? How did it change everything for you?
Man, it changed, man. It was like a dream, man. I mean, you know, me watching him on that big screen doing his thing, you know, it was a burst of hope because we all made the pact, and I was just like, yo, once I see him on that screen, I automatically knew it was only a matter of time, man.
Yeah.
So when he came back, man, we had tons of fun. It wasn't like we had to get into a certain zone in order to create, man. We picked up right where we left off, laughter all the time, jokes all the time, and it was just having fun, man. God blessed us to do what we love to do, and it wasn't considered a job. You know what I'm saying? We picked up right where we left off, man.
Right.
And I learned a lot from him, man. He came back with a real serious mentality about the industry and how we create songs, and it kind of taught me. And I was just like, damn, you know, all these years I didn't know how, you know, serious it was to put into making songs for the world. You know, because usually, you know, you get into a habit of making tracks for your city because you're so used to being in your city. But then when you think about the masses, it's a whole nother level of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So he brought that awareness to us after he came back and got us. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, when I first heard the news about you getting down with him, man, I was so super proud of you. I said that's one of the homies from the hood. I said, he made it.
My man, dog. Yeah, I
was super proud of you, bro.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man, for sure. And then your second project was D12 World, right?
Yeah.
It came out 2004.
It came out in April of 2004.
2004, okay. And y'all had some heavy hitters, man. Didn't Dre do some production for y'all on that project?
Yep. Dr. Dre.
And y'all had 50 Cent.
Yep. Mailman. You know, Kanye West did the title track. He did the title track for D12 World. Red Spider. It was a lot of MC. Because see, the thing is, with Devil's Night, we did the whole album from the ground up. A lot of people don't know every track was from the ground up.
Okay.
With the second album, we said, man, you know what? We about to go ahead and get in tune and get with some of these producers out here and change it up. Because we already had the feel of, you know, building tracks from the ground up. So it was something totally different. You know what I'm saying?
It was dope. It was definitely dope, man. It was hot.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. And now you know what? I wanna move to something real quick that I know is he was near and dear to your heart, man. A very close friend of yours, man. And that's Big Proof, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Proof, man. He was, you know, I'll tell you this story real quick before you go. My homeboy, my family, Blackface, he about 2 weeks before Proof passed away, he had hooked me up with Proof. So Proof and I were supposed to come together and do some work, but unfortunately, his demise came before we were able to do that, and I never got a chance to really work up close and personal with him. But man, the stories I heard about Proof, man, was just nothing but good. Everybody talked about how good of a guy he was and how down to earth and how real he was. What's your experience with Proof, man? Like, because I know y'all were close.
Yeah, man. Me and, like I say, Proof grandmother stayed 5 blocks down for me, man. His energy and his spirit is unmatched, man. I mean, it is, and I'm gonna tell you something real deep, man. You know, a lot of people used to always talk about, man, you know, you gotta go ahead and continue his legacy and of who he was. You can't fill them shoes.
Nah, yeah, that's big shoes to fill, man.
Those were big shoes to fill. His energy is unmatched, man. He was just a different kind of guy, man. You know, he'll give you the shirt off his back. He made you think. He never wanted to sleep. He wanted to experience life. He pumped you up to experience life. And if you didn't do what he pumped you up to do, now that he's gone, I feel bad for it. Like, dang, man, Proof told me to do this or told me I should have did that. You know what I'm saying? Because he went for it, man. He did not let a moment of time waste.
Yeah, man, and that's all I hear about him is just nothing but good stuff. I tell you, when I got on the phone with him and I talked to him, he talked to me like he'd been knowing me for all his life, man. He was just kicking it with me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying to myself, like, I'm on the phone with Proof, like it's about to go down, you know. But you know, he kicked it with me, man, like he had been knowing me forever, man. And that's something I'll never forget, man. So you know, rest in peace to Proof. And man, you know, we love
rest in peace to Proof, man. And
he rep Detroit like it should have been rep for sure.
Yeah, he sure did, man. You know? He sure did. Then,
yeah, man. And then so after all that, because at some point, correct me if I'm wrong, at some point, from my understanding, D12 disbanded for a minute, or you guys took a hiatus, or you know, you guys were doing separate solo situations. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so here's the thing. So after Proof passed, man, you know, Eminem got sick back in them days, and you know he had to get his mind and stuff right. He stopped drinking, sobriety kicked in. You know, he had to reinvent himself and get himself together. So we wanted to go ahead and do what we wanted to do, man. But 2 of the members out the group, they wanted to do other stuff, man. So you know, like Con Artist is a big producer before he ever became a rapper. So he wanted to concentrate on, you know, the production side of things. Yeah. And then Bizarre, you know, he wanted to go ahead and pursue his solo tree, you know. So me and Canava and Bizarre, we will hook up and tour. But when it when it was time to come together to do an album, they wasn't really, you know, feeling doing the album thing together. You know what I'm saying? So that's why me and Canava said, you know what, you know, if they don't want to go ahead and bring this thing together, man, we'll go ahead and put out a record ourselves.
Which leads me to my next question, brother. Now that project you and Canava got out right now, My Brother's Keeper, hey man, that boy is crazy.
Thank you, my brother.
Love it.
Thank you.
I love it, man. I was playing one of the tracks when I first started the show, but like you got some heat on there, man. And it's just it's a 7-song. Is that considered an EP? What's that considered? Because there's only 7 songs on there, right?
Yeah. It's a 7-song EP, man. We you know, I got like 10 solo albums. He have a lot of solo albums, and most of our solo albums got like 12, 14, 16 tracks on there, man. And you know, usually when you put tracks on the internet, the fans, they pick the best 5 or the best 7, the best 6. That's their favorite. So we just said, you know, why not switch it up a little bit? Just give them 7, and then maybe give them 7 some more, and then maybe in the future we might want to give them a full length. But in today's time, you don't really have to give them a big project like that, man. Just give them something, and then maybe before the year end, boom, we give them something else, and just keep it going from there.
I love it, man. I love it, brother. You gotta real quick. Let me I want to play one of my favorite tracks on here. It's I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. It's Cherish Williams. Is that right?
You said Cherish Williams.
Teresa Williams.
Oh, Teresa Williams, the one that sung On My Turn.
I just want to play the people some of this real quick, man, because This is one of my favorite tracks.
Figure out my direction in life. Fighting like a titan, hide from indictments. Then at night, I'm perfecting my right. Murdered every cipher in sight was my mindset when I'm high as kites. My life was right with a rebellious appetite. Got me from passing the ninth grade and my parents fighting. I eventually lose my life, just toss it away. Officers cradle my downfall. Snatch me up and throw me on top of their Crown Victoria. When I ain't do nothing wrong, they followed me from the store and asking me where I'm going. And when I started to pull, they shoved my face in the soul. I'm still mourning. My boy's funerals later on. The thought of staying strong was hard as arithmetic in Hong Kong. My pops at home, ripping the bottle and strong arming my mama. I barged in like Contra, cracking right in his dome. I'm hot as lava with blood dripping out of his knot. And I used to smell drama, trying to dodge iniquity and abomination while chasing this rat was hard to conquer. I'm trying to weigh my options out of obligations to a drug sponsor or copping dollars from being an honest 9 to 5. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I ain't gonna give it all away.
Hey, that's what I appreciate that. I was about to go ahead and get into it. Like I grabbed this mic real quick.
Like. I got about 4 or 5 on there. Out of 7, I got about 5 on there. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? But that one right there, because you know I'm a musician myself, so anytime I hear like melodies like that, you know, I fall in love with it, man. And she killed that hook. She killed that hook.
I appreciate that, man. I remember rapping over that track you did back in the early 90s. With that girl singing, with that sample you did, man. Bitch, I'm down. Baby, I'm down. It's called Baby, I'm Down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you bring it back. Remember, I think we recorded that in Studio A, didn't we?
It was either, I think it was Studio A. It was.
I think it was Studio A, Eric and Maryland. Shout out to Eric and Maryland and Studio A. Yes.
Yep. So you was always a producer who loved them melodies, man, and put them melodies in the choruses. Yep.
I love them, man. I love them. But that project is hot. And listen, to all my viewers, if you ain't got it, go out and get it. My Brother's Keeper. Y'all need to get that right now. Go download it right now. For sure. But let me ask you this real quick, man, because our time, you know, Instagram will shut you off, and I got to get to my other guests. But I want to ask you a few more questions, and then we can get out of here.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: top 5 rappers, dead or alive?
Top 5 rappers.
Top 5, dead or alive. Who are they?
Okay. You gotta throw Black Thought.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Gotta throw Black Thought up in there, man. Pharoah Monch.
Pharoah Monch, yes.
Yeah, Black Thought, Pharoah Monch, Redman. You know, and I don't want to sound biased, but it's real. I gotta throw Knive in there.
Okay.
You know, when I listen to some Knive rip, man, he always give me chills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, the boy got them bars. He got them bars.
Yeah. Yep. So you got Black Thought, you got Pharoah Monch, you got Redman, you got Knive, and shoot, man. I can't think who else you know, right now. I know it's somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But those 4 right there.
That's good. That's a good 4 right there. That's a good 4.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this real quick, man, before we get out of here. What's next for Swift? What you got cracking? I know you just dropped the EP with Kaniva. What else is coming up?
Well, yeah, me and Kaniva, man, we go keep rocking these albums together. You know what I'm saying? Okay. We go keep it going for that, and we in the process of working on this next project right now. And okay. I'm working on a solo project as well, man. So and I'm getting into doing beats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sitting in this quarantine thing, man. Not only am I recording my own self right now, man, I said, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and take it up a notch, man. So
that's it. That's it right there.
Yep, I already did the acting thing. So if anybody got an opportunity for me to be in the movie or something, of course I'm gonna do that. But my main thing right now is trying to get where you at on the production team. So I'm gonna be hollering at you, man, like, yo,
hey man, listen.
Do this and that.
hey, listen, brother. You know you can hit me up anytime, man. We fam. I got you. Whatever you need from me, just holler at me.
Hey, same here, man. Always.
For sure, man. All right, so listen, I'm gonna let you get up out of here, man, because I know you're a busy man. I'm gonna let you get back to making them beats. But listen, man, I just want to say I thank you for coming to the show, man. and spreading this knowledge with all my viewers, man. And I really appreciate you, boy. You know I love you, and
Man, I
we
love you
fam
too,
for
bro.
life, man. You
Man,
know?
I love you too, bro, man. You keep doing what you're doing, man. And I'm going to be hollering at you for some of that heat too, man. Hey, let's get it.
Absolutely. I got you. I got you. Just hit me up anytime.
For sure, bro. Thank you,
Okay.
man. I appreciate you, man.
All right. Much love, man.
Yep, salute.
Okay.